Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K21 Las Vegas Venom MyLEAGUE series and expansion series. And last episode, I was a bit confused when I looked at the lineup of the Utah Jazz, because last year, towards the latter half of the year, we faced the Nuggets, who still had Jamal Murray. But now I know what happened. So he started this season with the Nuggets. But a couple days before we played against the Bucks, about 10 days before our game against the Bucks, the Jazz traded Mitchell Robinson and JaMychal Green in exchange for Jamal Murray, straight up, no picks. So now the Jazz look like this. They've got Peter Owens starting right now, but Jamal Murray is still a higher overall. But they got Peter Owens, Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Nwora, Jake Ward, and Wendell Carter Jr., followed by Jamal Murray, Malik Beasley, Itzy Garay, who is their rookie, I believe. Yes, he was taken 5th overall. This is his first year in the NBA. Nick Richards, Jacob Poeltl, Dario Saric, Justin Jackson, Jerome Robinson, and Grant Riller, who we saw last year as well. And then there's also Rich Toole and Jeremiah Martin and Chris Fuller, but they have a really solid, really deep team here. And that has to be why they are first in the West. We are currently 3rd in the West. But after we sim through the 19th, things might have changed. So we're going to find out right now. We are 18-8 at this point. But now we're going to sim. What is that? That's 10 more games. So 10 more games. We're going to watch another one before the trade deadline. You've already watched. We watched this game. We watched this game. It's actually it was this year that we actually watched us play Jamal Murray and the Nuggets. But we got that's 2 games. Then we had the game against the Clippers. That's 3 games. Then we just had our 4th. So we're about to have game 5, and then we're probably gonna watch one more before the trade deadline. So we're making good progress here, and let's get to simming and check these box scores out and see where things stand after the 19th of February 2025. Alright, so Derek Carpenter's back, and that means that we're going to lower the minutes that Brantley has, lower a couple of minutes that Deion Peterson has, give at least 10 to Carpenter. I want to keep the minutes on Evans. I'll lower Curry by a little bit. I'll lower Brantley by some more, and we'll plan for 15 minutes per game. Okay, so after simming, we actually split those games. We went 5-5, so we are still at the 10 games above 500 mark, which is good for 4th now in the West, behind the Jazz, the Kings, and the Pelicans. Who the Pelicans were the team that surpassed us, because the Jazz and the Kings were already 1-2 before we simmed. So we start off with a 15-point loss to the Pelicans. Rozier 32 points on only 3 missed shots the entire game. 27-10 for Max Strong, 26 for Cunningham. Then everybody else had 10 points or less. And then 30 points from Kira Lewis. Zion puts up 30, 27 for BI. And that's a tough game to lose when you have 3 guys put up 25 or more points. Then we've got another pretty hefty loss to the Grizzlies, who we just can't seem to really get a hold of. And it's because of this guy right here, Ja Morant. 42-15 for him against us. And even though they're below 500, they continuously beat us. 16 points for Brandon Clark, 14 for Michael Porter Jr. For us, we got 23 from Max Strong, 19 from Rozier, 17 from Cunningham, 11 from Culver, and 10 and 11 from Capella. Then a 1-point loss against the Spurs, who are a 1 game below 500. 26 points from Cunningham, 20 from Strong, 18 from Rozier, 13 from Culver, 12 and 11 from Capella, 12 points for Evans and Peterson, and then 9 points and 10 assists for Stan Curry. Then Rudolph Marshall always plays well against us, 36 points this time. Sadiq Bey, 25 points. Miles Bridges, 18 points, 11 and 8 for Castro, 8 and 10 for Markelle Fultz. Then a 12-point win against the Rockets, who are a couple games below 500 themselves. 23 points for De'Aaron Fox, 18 points for Claxton, 16 and 13 for Jared Allen, 14 for Shane Ramsey. And for us, 21 points from Jared Culver, 19 from Rozier, 16 from Cunningham, 15 from Strong, 15 and 16 from Capella, 15 points from Evans, and 10 points from Jarrell Brantley. Then we beat the team that we're going to play in this episode. We beat them by 8 points last time out. 19 points for Peter Owens, 17 for Donovan Mitchell, 16 for Garay, 15 for Jamal Murray, 12 for Grant Riller, 10 for Richards. For us, we got 18 from Deion Peterson, our leading scorer, 17 points from Culver, 17 from Carson Evans, 15 from Rozier, 15 from Strong, 12 and 19 from Capella, and 11 and 8 from Curry. If we're going to beat them this time, our guards have to shoot better and play better as a whole, because none of them shot well in this game besides Stan Curry, but he only took 7 shots. So they got to play better if we're going to win this time around. Then we beat the Clippers again, this time by 10 points. They are 10 games below 500. They got 24 and 6 from Luther Blair, 24 from Oakley, 17 from Washington, 13 from Paul George, 13 from Rancic. For us, 23 from Max Strong, 20 from Rozier, 18 and 9 from Curry off the bench, 16 and 9 for Culver, 12, 4 and 5 for Evans, 12 for Peterson, and 10 and 11 for Capella. Then a 3-point win against the Bucks, who we have beaten a couple of times this year, and you saw our blowout win last time out. They got 30 points for Marcus Howard. We held Giannis to only 13 points and 8 rebounds, 11 points for Klay Thompson, and 10 points for Basley. For us, we got 25 from Rozier on 21 shots, 17 points for Max Strong, 14 for Evans, 11 and 12 from Culver, and 9 and 16 from Capella. Then we had a huge loss to the Warriors, who are only 2 games above 500. And Steph Curry, 38 points, 14 assists, just no chance of us guarding him. 25 and 9 from the 2-time MVP James Wiseman, 18 from Juan Carlos Santiago, 17 from Nico Mannion, 12 from Lewis Atkins, and 10 from Andrew Wiggins. For us, we got 19 points from Max Strong, but on 22 shots, 18 from Rozier, 17 for Culver, 16 for Peterson, 14 for Cunningham, and 12 and 17 for Capella. Then we bounced back with a win against the Nets, so win by 8 points. They are a very bad team, and they still have Irving and Durant and Harden, and yet they are terrible. Kyrie, 89 overall, Durant, 89 overall, and Harden is now a 83 overall, but they should still be winning plenty of games. They also have this guy, Reggie Perry, 85 overall. I'm not really sure how they're losing so many games, but they are. And, we beat them. Barely, though. 28 points from Max Strong, a huge game, 12 of 17 from the field. Culver, 22 and 11, 19 from Evans off the bench, 17 from Rozier, 12 and 11 from Capella, and 10 points from Deion Peterson. They got 35 from Kyrie, 19 from Durant, 19 and 19 for Perry, 13 for Harden. And then our most recent game, a 14-point loss to the Rockets, who we played earlier in the stretch, but this time they won. So 26 points from Rozier, 26 from Max Strong. Both of those guys shooting pretty well, both above 50%. 16 and 10 for Peterson, and 11, 5 and 6 for Curry. And then Capella, 14 rebounds and only 7 points. But for the Rockets, Elijah Hughes, I believe, 23 points, 22 for Shane Ramsey, 19 for Lonnie Walker, 17 and 11 for De'Aaron Fox, and 17 and 12 for Jarrett Allen. So now we're gonna face the Jazz. Have they changed their lineup? Have they have put Jamal Murray back in as the starting point guard, and they put Nick Richards back in as the starting center. So Peter Owens comes off the bench, as does Beasley and Grant Riller and Pirtle. All right, here we go against the first place team in the West. Let's see how we do against one of the best teams in the entire NBA. Welcome, everybody. We have our second straight home game in the series back in T-Mobile Arena this time. Both teams are going to be wearing their statement jerseys. So here we go against the Utah Jazz, the first place team in the Western Conference, where we also are playing. Richards wins the tip over Capella, and the Jazz will start with the ball. Let's see if our guard group can beat theirs. We usually have problems guarding them, but recently we actually have played pretty well when watching, when a couple of guards have been really good on the other team. And that is a block from Cunningham. Mitchell gets it back and can't score. Richards again grabbing another rebound. Ward finally scores for the Jazz to open their scoring line. Oh man, I should have changed our sock color to black. I'm not sure why it's white. Looks really bad. Here's Culver. He goes to Strong. No, fake screen from Cunningham. Now a real one from Capella. Strong pulls up at the elbow. That shot's off. Richards grabs the board. You've had problems in the past of rebounding against Nick Richards, as Mitchell is going to draw the shooting foul on Culver. It was nearly just a clean block, but instead they call the foul. So Mitchell hits the first free throw. He's got nearly 25 points per game this year on 89% charity stripe shooting. And he hits that one as well. So the Jazz open the game 4-0. I wish I could change our court to have like a custom court when we're wearing our statement jerseys, but not sure if I can do that, so I have not even tried. Culver with the ball, passes back out to Strong. Strong goes to Rozier. Screen from Capella. And Rozier, nice touch off the glass. And that little floater. At home, he's shooting at 54%, 47 from beyond the arc, and he's averaging about 24 points per game when playing at T-Mobile Arena. So that's really exciting stuff. As Mitchell has it blocked by Capella. The Jazz will keep, but nice defense by him. Ward will inbound. He goes to Richards. Or not, that's Jordan and Wara. He pulls up in the paint and hits. Max Strong brings it up for the Las Vegas Venom. Screen from Capella. Strong drives. Circus shot is no good. And Capella is there to tip it back in. Here's Mitchell. He finds Richards on the cut. That's an easy slam. Offense coming pretty easily so far for the Jazz. Not so much for us. We've had to work to get our points. As Rozier misses that shot. It was pretty open, but he tried to go off the backboard and left it a little bit short. Murray pump fakes and passes to Ward. Ward has it blocked by Cunningham. Rozier could find Cunningham on the mismatch, but he decides to just go in the paint himself and score. Nice job by him. He's averaging 23 points per game this season. A 28.5 usage percentage. Here's Mitchell. Guarded by Strong. He gets past him, but can't hit. Richards grabs the board. And now Mitchell, open three. That one's going to go in most of the time. So in 2 games this year against Las Vegas, we actually have not watched a game against him this year, but he's averaging only 17 points per game in the first 2 matchups. Cunningham down low on Nwora. Can't hit. The Jazz can extend their lead beyond 5 points. Mitchell gets in the paint and lays it in right in front of Strong. Now the Jazz lead by 7. Not much defense being played here by the Venom so far. At least not good defense. Here's Culver. Culver goes to Rozier. Rozier shoots. Open 3. That one is no good. Capella gets the board and draws the foul, trying to put it back in. That's the first on Nick Richards. Capella misses the first. But he gets number 2, which cuts the Jazz lead to 6 early on. Over 4 minutes into this game. Mitchell. Driving. Back in the paint. Backs it back out. Goes to Jamal Murray. Screen from Richards. Murray shoots. And that shot is off. Capella grabs the board. Strong will bring the ball up. Screen from Capella. Strong drives. Another circus shot, but it goes in. Wow. Don't see that too often. Max Strong, 20 points per game in his rookie season with a 61% true shooting percentage. Jordan Nwora goes to Mitchell. Mitchell drives, then backs out, shoots at the elbow. That shot is in. Hot start for Donovan Mitchell. He's got like 7 points. Around there. Jazz lead 15-9. Here's Culver. Screen for him. Pulls up in the paint. That shot no good. And Mitchell somehow out-rebounds Cunningham. Not sure how that happened, but it did. Mitchell goes to Murray. Now to Nick Richards. Mismatch on Max Strong. He hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell drives and lays it in. Mitchell already on track to have his best performance against us this year. As Strong drives. Tries another circus shot, but gets blocked, but Capella's there to put it back in. I don't like these acrobatics that Strong is trying to use on every layup. Murray pulls up in the paint. That's an open shot, and that's going to fall. 16 points per game for Jamal Murray. Playing for both the Nuggets and Utah this year. Culver can't hit. Capella gets the board. Goes to Cunningham, who draws the foul on Jake Ward. So free throws for Cunningham. Gotta knock both these down. I would really love it if you hit both. He hits the first. And the second as well. As backups have come in for the Jazz. They've got Owens, Malik Beasley, Pirtle. Who else do they have out there? They got Dario Saric. And the only starter left is Donovan Mitchell. Meanwhile, Stan Curry is out there, as well as Carson Evans. But Culver, Capella, and Cunningham will stay out there, as Cunningham picks off that pass from Malik Beasley. Culver feeds Capella. Wide open dunk for him. That cuts the Jazz lead to 4 points. We're going to cut ourselves off in the first quarter at the 4-minute mark. And then watch the middle portion of the second quarter as Donovan Mitchell adds to his tally with an easy track to the hoop and an easy dunk. Here's Carson Evans. Screen from Capella. He takes it. Shoots a 3. That one is off. Don't see that too often. Here's Peter Owens. Screen. Owens thought about shooting. Another screen. Owens drives and has it blocked from behind by Clint Capella. Cunningham gets the rebound. Stan Curry goes to Culver. Culver drives and lays that one in. Now we will pick this game up in the second quarter as we were down by 4 points. We'll see how it changes in the next couple of minutes. Okay, so 9 minutes and 11 seconds left in this first half. Game is tied at 30, so we have bounced back a little bit from our early woes. We're going to watch until about the 3-minute mark. As Murray, open shot. That shot is off. Richards grabs the board and posterizes Derek Carpenter. Or rather, Deion Peterson. The foul was on Carpenter, but my God. He just obliterated Deion Peterson. And he will put a cap on that three-point play. The Jazz back up by 3 points. Rozier and Strong back in the game. Carson Evans is still in. Rozier, open shot, mid-range is off. Got to hit those if you want to win. Here's Grant Riller. We've seen a struggle against him as he draws the foul on Strong and hits the basket as well. So another chance at a three-point play, back-to-back for the Jazz. And he again finishes at the line. Evans will bring the ball up. Evans drives and can't lay it in, but Peterson is there to put it back in off the offensive rebound. 4 points for Peterson on 2 of 3 shooting, but he does have 5 rebounds as well. Murray drives, passes back out, open shot for Jake Ward. That shot's off, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the Venom will take possession. Here's the Jazz's upcoming schedule. They got the Bulls, the Warriors, the Wizards, and the Timberwolves. So 3 straight games against teams above 500. Then they play the struggling Minnesota Timberwolves on the tail end of that 4-game stretch. Max Strong will bring it up this time for the Venom. Evans drives, pulls up, has it blocked by Richards. Dwora grabs the board. We just can't seem to play well against Nick Richards, of all people, as Peterson blocks Nwora on his drive. Here's Strong. He finds an open lane to the hoop and scores. And cuts the lead back to 2. Only 4 points for Strong, but nice job right there. Grant Riller hands off to Jamal Murray. Now Rozier guarding. Murray in the paint. Shoots. Can't hit. Richards grabs the board and stuffs it home. I'm developing a strong dislike for Nick Richards. Only because of how well he plays against us. Evans gets a screen, drives, and finishes on Nick Richards. Go to work right there. Both teams shooting 44%, but the Jazz have had a couple more free throws, so they had the lead. Richards hands off to Murray. Murray lost the ball for a second, goes back to Richards. Off-ball screen for Dwora. Now open shot for Murray. Top of the key. That one falls. We cannot be giving up those last-second shots and leave them open like that, man. Screen. Evans drives and takes a really contested shot, but draws the second foul on Nick Richards, which is that's a very positive thing, very good thing. So one more foul on him, and they're probably going to take him out for the rest of the half. Evans hits the first free throw, as Mitchell will check back in for the Jazz, and Evans hits number 2 as well. Jazz lead 41-38. Can the Venom break into this lead a little bit and possibly go on a run and take the lead? Mitchell can't hit, and Richards again is there to put it back in. Here's Carson Evans. As Cunningham is checked in for Derek Carpenter. Evans shoots. Another contested shot. That one front rims and off. The Jazz can increase their lead. Jarrett Culver got hurt. Always sinned a little bit. As Ward can't finish, but Murray grabs the rebound somehow. Culver, I think, had back spasms, so he's out for 1 to 2 weeks most likely, but he could probably still play. Max Strong grabs the board. Goes to Evans. Evans down low, has it blocked. It's a couple of bad mistakes by Evans. Mitchell pulls up, and that shot on the baseline is off. A couple of ill-advised shots by Evans has led to a bad stretch of offense the last couple of trips down. But this time, he's got an easy dunk off the feed from Dion Peterson. Mitchell. It's in the paint and can't hit. Nice defense by Rudolph Cunningham. Here's Evans. He goes to Strong. Strong drives and dunks that one. Two-handed slam for Max Strong to cut the lead to 1. Jake Ward goes to Jamal Murray. Murray hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell, mismatch on Cunningham. No luck getting past him yet. Now Nwora guarded by Evans. He drives and reverse slant, no good. Ward gets it back but can't finish. That one barely rolls off. He gets it back and can't hit. Peterson grabs the board. Here's Evans again. He goes to Cunningham. Open 3 for him. And that one is in. And I'll see you guys in the third quarter as the Venom lead by 2. Start of the third quarter here. Venom lead by 3 points. A very tight contest so far. We put up a very good fight against one of the best teams in the league and the best team in the West. Mitchell has 16 points and 3 rebounds, and Culver will continue to play as he is going to start the second half for the Venom. He finds Cunningham down low, but he can't finish. Nice defense there by Jake Ward. And the Jazz take over. Mitchell gets a screen. He pulls up at the elbow. That shot off, but Richards there to slam it back. I hate seeing that, man. And it's so often, too. Culver had the open 3, has plenty of those in every game, but just does not take the chances. Capella, this time, gets the offensive rebound and puts it back in. Richards, 11 and 8. Capella, 9 and 8. So those two going head-to-head on the rebounding. Here's Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray drives and draws the foul on Rozier and can tie him up with a free throw. Plenty of three-point plays for the Jazz so far in this game. Not sure why Culver is the one bringing the ball up. But here's Capella. He hands off to Culver. Culver gets a screen. Culver drives. And then dribbles the ball out of bounds. How many times do we see that as he reaches for his back spasms? Like that was what caused that to happen. So, game tied at 53. Jazz can take the lead right here if they want to. Here's Jake Ward. He goes to Richards. Richards can't hit. Capella grabs the board, and Venom can retake the lead. Here's Strong. Now Culver. Screen from Capella. Culver takes it. Now Cunningham. Front rims that shot. Nice defense by Nick Richards that time to put a hand up. Here's Jamal Murray. Now Jake Ward. Low block. Finds Mitchell down low. Capella somehow lets Mitchell score. The Jazz are second in the NBA in assists per game, but not looking like they're going to match their usual numbers of around 32, I think that was, assists per game. Rozier, open shot, mid-range is off. You've got to hit those. It's the second time he's missed a wide-open mid-range shot. As Mitchell, just nobody in the paint, and that's just bad. Slow start to the second half for the Las Vegas Venom, and a strong one for the Jazz. Capella draws the foul on Richards, his third, which is pretty big early on in this quarter. And Capella, please hit both free throws. There's no reason that Capella is worse at free throws than Giannis Antetokounmpo from last episode. There's no way. He goes 1 of 2 at the line. So it's a 3-point game. Jamal Murray drives and has it blocked by Clint Capella. Here's Max Strong on the other end. He gets past Mora, and oh my golly, Jesus, okay, we gotta go look at this. I'm a little bit speechless after that one. My God. Is this the thumbnail? I know I don't say that I know I said a couple episodes ago that I don't really do this that often, but I mean, holy shit. Absolutely posterizing him. Let's go up a little bit and watch this. Look at this, man. Look at this. Absolute insanity. Well, what a dunk to cut the lead to 1. Here's Jamal Murray. Now Jake Ward, now Donovan Mitchell. Screen for Mitchell. Now back to Murray. Murray guarded by Strong. Murray drives, and nice defense right there by Max Strong to force that very contested shot. Here's Culver. He goes to Strong. Strong draws the foul and hits the shot. Second foul on Jake Ward, and that layup gives us the lead. And now we can extend it to 2 points if Max Strong hits this free throw, which he's pretty good at these, so I'd imagine that would go in, as it does. A back and forth game here at T-Mobile Arena against 2 of the top teams in the West. Here's Nick Richards. He goes to Jamal Murray. Murray goes to Nwora. Open 3. That shot is in to give the Jazz the lead right back, as they are now up by 1. 4 minutes gone in this first half, or in this second half, I should say. Jarrell Brantley has come into the game as Culver draws a foul, the third on Jake Ward. So a couple of quick fouls by him, and free throws could give us the lead right back. Culver hits the first one to tie it, but he can't hit the second one. I'll blame the back spasms on that one. Murray feeds Riller. Riller draws the foul on Rozier, his second. So free throws for Riller will likely give them the lead back. Mitchell has not been as good in the last week, according to that stat right there, but he's playing very well tonight as Riller hits both free throws. And the Jazz lead by 2. Rozier drives, open lane. He dunks that one in. He's got 8 points, 4 of 8 shooting. Here's Nick Richards. He hands he hands off to Murray. And then he gets the pass down low as he got past Derek Carpenter, and the Jazz finding some success on offense on the last couple of trips down. Stan Curry now in the game. He drives and lays that one in right past Jamal Murray. Jazz shooting 40%. We are shooting 48%. But the game is still tied because we have fouled a lot more than they have. They probably also hit a lot more threes than we have, I would assume. Here's Murray. Screen. Murray steps back, now guarded by Jarrell Brantley. Time ticking down. Murray pulls up, can't hit. Brantley grabs the board. Here's Curry. Curry pulls up, mid-range shot is off. Culver gets it back and has it blocked by Jordan Nwora. Nwora goes to Riller. Riller drives, has it blocked on the other end by Jared Culver. Rozier, pass inside to Curry. Curry can't finish. Ward grabs the board. Here's Nwora. Guarded by Culver. In the paint now is Nwora. He hops, steps, but can't hit. That shot goes off the glass. And now Rozier scores and gets the foul. The first on Murray. And now we have retaken this lead. Malik Beasley, Peter Owens, and Dario Saric will all check in for the Jazz. And Riller will move to shooting guard. And Rozier hits the free throw with 3-point lead now for the Venom. And a back and forth third quarter right here. An awesome game so far. Here's Beasley. He goes to Saric. Saric at the elbow. Back out to Beasley. Beasley pulls up. That shot's off. Carpenter grabs the board. Rozier goes to Curry. Curry spins, shoots, can't hit in traffic on Grant Riller. Nice defense by him. Here's Beasley. Now Peter Owens open through. Well, it was open at first, but he had to turn himself around. Curry, by the way, is 1 of 6 so far. Rozier goes to Curry. Curry drives, pulls up, and that's probably why he's shooting so poorly, because the shots like that. Here's Owens. He has the ball stolen by Brantley off the tip from Culver. Culver finds Curry, and now he's got his third and fourth points of the game off that dunk. And the Venom lead by 5. And we'll pick this game up in the fourth quarter. Might watch the entire fourth quarter, not sure. But we're going to watch a lot of it. As Beasley hits that open 3. And I'll see you guys there as the Venom lead by 2. Top of the fourth quarter. It's just starting. 12 minutes left in the game. The Jazz will start with the ball. As the Venom lead by 4 points. Max Strong hit a nearly buzzer-beating 3 to end the third quarter. Here's Peter Owens. Hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell fades away on a 3, and that one rattles out. Cunningham is going to bring the ball up for the Venom. He's guarded by Beasley. We got a pretty big lineup out there. We got Capella, Cunningham, Carpenter. Capella grabs the board off of Cunningham's miss and puts it back in. We've got Strong out there, Carpenter, Cunningham, Peterson, and Carson Evans. So a very tall lineup out there. As Mitchell pulls up, mid-range shot is no good, but Richards is there to put it back in. How many times have I said that this game? 122 points per game for the Jazz. If they reach that mark in this game, then we're definitely going to lose. But, so they got to get a lot of points. As Max Strong open 3 is in. He's really picked it up in this second half. The Venom lead by 7 at home. Can we get a win against one of the best teams in the NBA? Here's Pirtle. He finds Owens down low as he got in front of Max Strong. And that cuts our lead back to 5. Jordan Nwora set the check back in for the Jazz. Strong. Can't hit that baseline J. Now here's Beasley on the other end. Guarded by Deion Peterson. Now switch, Cunningham. Nice defense, but Beasley gets the ball back. Passes back out to Peter Owens. Peter Owens drives on Strong, and he has it blocked by Strong. Back out to Mitchell. Mitchell has to pull it. That shot is off. Pirtle grabs the board and puts it back in. Really poor rebounding right there on that Jazz possession. Here's Max Strong. He goes to Cunningham. Pass up the open three. And somehow Evans hit that layup. I thought Pirtle blocked it for a moment. But the assist by Strong was a good one. Venom holding the Jazz at bay just for now. 9:40 on the clock. The Jazz called timeout. Jake Ward off the handoff from Nwora, takes it and can't finish in front of Capella. Nice defense by him. Here's Max Strong. Here's Culver now, and he just throws it right into the hands of Jake Ward. Was trying to do like a little lead pass to Rozier or to Evans. As the Jazz miss that shot. Here's Strong on the other end. He pulls up at the elbow. That shot is just off, but Capella slams it back home in front of Nick Richards' face. Love to see that. 7-point lead, 91-84 in favor of Las Vegas. Plenty of time left. Mitchell goes to Richards. Richards hands back off to Mitchell. Mitchell, guarded by Evans, drives and finishes in traffic. Nice take by him. He's had a big game. 24 points in 24 minutes, but he's only shot 34% from the field, which is somewhat of a hindrance to his team. Screen for Evans. He shoots. That shot is off, but Cunningham tips it back in. A lot of offensive rebounding for both teams. Here is Jamal Murray. He hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell drives and has... Wow, how did he make that? Cunningham was going for the block. Couldn't get it. Call for the foul. Mitchell hit the shot and now has a three-point play. Chance at the line and he makes it, so it's a 4-point game. Culver doing it all himself, and he can't score at the rim. Nice defense by Jordan Nwora. Only 6 points for Jarrett Culver, 0 for 5 in the second half, by the way. Here's Richards. He finds Mitchell on the cut, and he scores. And that cuts our lead to 2. Culver again brings up the ball. I gotta change this. I don't like this at all. He goes to Strong. Why do you not shoot that, Strong? Come on, man. He steps back in the paint and shoots, and it's off. You got to take that three. You are a good three-point shooter. I don't understand. And now Jamal Murray has the ball. The Jazz with a chance to tie or take the lead. He lobs it for Richards, but it's picked off by Capella. And Culver goes to Evans in the corner. Open three, and that shot increases our lead back up to 5. Great vision right there by Culver. As Rozier is ready to check back in favor of Carson Evans, or in place of, I should say. Ward down low, can't hit in front of Capella. Nice D yet again by him. Here's Max Strong. He finds Evans. Evans can't hit in traffic. Decent defense by Mitchell down low. A little over halfway to go. Mitchell drives, and defense just sagging off by Evans. 31 points now for Donovan Mitchell off of 7 of those 7 shots have been mid-range as Capella missed the cut by Evans, but Cunningham cuts himself and lays it in. The big man flying past Jake Ward. Half of the quarter to go. Can the Venom hang on to their slim lead? Murray pulls up at the elbow and can't hit. Cunningham grabs the rebound. Probably might call timeout here. But it's not looking like it. Culver hands off to Evans. Evans in the paint. Euro step and just gets past every defender to score. What a nice take right there. Venom shooting 47%. Jazz just 39%. Mitchell drives again and scores again. He is just unstoppable right now in this fourth quarter. 11 points out of his 33 coming here in crunch time. And we finally call a timeout up by 5, so Rozier will come back in. The starters should play for the rest of the game. And your play of the game is actually going to be Clint Capella. Wow, that's kind of surprising me, but he's got 14 points, 6 of 8 from the field, and probably more than 10 rebounds, I would assume. Here's Strong. He steps back, thought about pulling the trigger. Now Rozier off the feed, hits. Oh, he didn't hit it, but Cunningham tips it back in. So we get 2 points inside of 3, but a bucket is a bucket, and I'll take it when we're up by 5. Here's Mitchell. Can Max Strong lock him down? He gets doubled. Richards open 3, and he just completely bricks that one. Nice shot, idiot. That's mean. I should not be saying that. Culver pulls up baseline. That's not going to go in. Richards grabs the board. Here's Jordan Nwora on the wing. Screen from Richards. Nwora gets in the paint, guarded by Culver. Nice D. Hands off to Ward, and Culver pokes it out. Here's Rozier on the other end. Passes to Strong, and he dunks that one in. Venom lead by 9. Crowd looking for the defensive stop, and so am I. Richards goes to Mitchell, open 3, and he misses. Lucky miss right there for us. Here's Rozier. He goes to Culver. Culver can't hit, but he draws the foul on Jake Ward, his 4th. So free throws by Culver can give us a double-digit lead with 4 minutes to go. He hits the first. And cannot hit the second, but we're up by 10. Jordan Nwora got himself inside the paint, back to back out. Passes to Mitchell. Now Jamal Murray. Screen from Richards. Murray takes it. Murray drives. Little floater is in off the glass to silence the crowd momentarily. Rozier's 14 points. Murray only has 10 on 4 of 12 shooting. Screen from Cunningham for Culver. Culver drives. And Jake Ward pokes it out. Here's Nwora. He goes to Mitchell. Mitchell lobs it for Richards. And the pass is barely out of the reach of Capella, but still a nice one. And the Jazz cut our lead back to 6. About 3 minutes left to go. Can the Venom hang on? And that feed is a nice one by Strong as Culver finishes at the hoop. Great play. Great feed. Great bucket right there by Culver. Here's Jake Ward. He goes to Jamal Murray. Murray hands off to Mitchell. I'm going to expect a drive here by Mitchell. He pulls up at the stripe and can't hit. Ward grabs the board and puts it back in. We got to be rebounding those. This is crunch time. We cannot let them score off a miss again. That is not what you want. Max Strong drives, draws the foul, and scores. Some great plays on offense by Max Strong. And he can put our lead back to 9, and he does. 110 to 101. Max Strong is now guarding Donovan Mitchell. He's double teamed by Cunningham and Strong. Murray passes back to him. Now Mitchell top of the key goes to Jordan Nwora. Screen from Richards. Nice shot by Culver to get over it. Nwora goes to Ward. Now to Mitchell. Mitchell drives, has to shoot it, and he does. A very tough layup right there off the top of the glass. 7-point game. Max Strong will bring it up. Strong guarded by Murray. He passes to Culver. Culver. Back out to Capella. Capella, pass it, man. Mitchell forces the jump ball, but we should be winning this pretty comfortably. If we lose this, then we just deserve to lose the entire game. Capella does win the tip. Cunningham has to shoot it, and he hits the shot. Wow. Right off of the rebound from the jump ball tip. 9-point lead. About 90 seconds to go. Here's Mitchell, screen from Richards. Mitchell draws the reach-in foul from Cunningham, his third. But Jazz are not in the bonus. So 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell, top of the key. Screen from Richards. Mitchell drives and draws the foul on Strong, his second. And now they are in the bonus. And that was a foul anyways on shooting. So 2 free throws for Donovan Mitchell. First one is in. And so is number 2, which cuts our lead back to 7 points. Keep the balls in the hands of our guards, and we're going to win. Because soon enough, they're going to have to start fouling. And our guards are pretty quick. Rozier, guarded by Mitchell. Mitchell locking him down so far. Rozier goes to Strong. He goes to Cunningham. Capella down low, goes to Strong. He shoots it. That shot is off. And then Capella fouls Richards. That's Cunningham. Wow, loose ball foul on Cunningham, his 4th. I thought Capella also fouled Nick Richards, but I guess not. Jazz take over under a minute to go. Down by 7. Can we get a stop? It would be huge. Screen from Ward. Mitchell, open path to the hoop, but he gets blocked by Strong. What a great defensive play by Max Strong. Jazz will not foul. Rozier goes to Strong out on the wing. He goes to Culver. Culver. Can't finish. Cunningham grabs the board and draws the foul on Richards, his 4th. And now free throws for Cunningham can really put pretty much a stamp on the game. He misses the first. Cunningham has 16 points and 8 rebounds. Please hit this free throw. It's up and it's in. Venom lead by 8. 25 seconds on the clock and counting. Jazz have to go fast. Mitchell pulls up. Can't hit the long range shot. And that is going to do it. The Venom have taken down the number 1 team in the West. 113 to 105. Crowd clapping their hands at the victory. And it is a great one. What a great game to watch. And what a great performance by our team, both offensively and defensively. Here is your box score, and we got to see another big game from Max Strong. The second that we've watched in a row. 25 points, 10 for 18 from the floor. A lot of those points coming in the second half, and a lot of big plays coming from him in the 4th quarter as well. 17 points for Cunningham. He had a couple of big plays. Carson Evans, 15 points. He was up and down this game. Rozier, 14 points, 6 for 12. Capella, 14 points and 20 rebounds. And that is why he was your player of the game. 9 offensive reps as well. 9 points for Culver. For the Jazz, 37 points for Donovan Mitchell, but he took 38 shots. He did not shoot the ball very well, and he was the main focus of the Jazz offense. Nick Richards, 17 points, 14 rebounds. Jamal Murray, 10 points, only 4 of 12, and the rest of their players only less than 10 points. We played very well in this game, especially when it mattered most. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying a couple of wins in a row that we've watched. And now we're looking pretty solid for the rest of the way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.